Kids nowadays are modding all these M4s, the AK-74Ns. They're modding all these guns to make them look all beefy and beautiful. Well, guess what? All us veterans know, all you need is an AS VAL. You need 2 attachments for it, and the thing rips people's heads off. You don't even need 30 rounders. You can just use 20 rounders in this gun, and you can use cheaper ammo than the SP6. I'm going to tell you some secrets that are hidden away and only pro streamers know them. That and people that just regularly play this game. But still, pro streamer secrets are getting revealed. As Tarkov players, we do get conditioned to one thing. Once we get a little more experience and we feel more comfortable with the game, there's one thing we can all agree on, and that is any stock gun we get is utter and complete garbage, and we should put as many bells and whistles on a gun to make it low recoil, high ergo, make it look super fancy and sweet. That's not the case for the AS VAL though. The AS VAL is actually perfect the way it is. Well, almost perfect. Like I said, you do need to add 2 things to it, but you know, as my mom would say, you're perfect the way God made ya. And the AS VAL is perfect almost the way it is, but I do make a couple of modifications only so we can get a sight on there. And I'm going to show you a couple of reasons why I use certain magazines or certain ammo. But first, I do want to show you a couple of clips from the past day or 2 that I've gotten with this gun, the way I'm going to show you how to build it. If there was one thing that really stuck out from all those clips, it was probably the sound of me constantly reloading. And that's because I went with 20 round clips instead of 30 round clips. It was kind of like a challenge to myself to see if I could use 20 rounders instead of 30 rounders. 20 rounders are from Prapor level 3. They're 6,239,000 rubles. That's not too bad for a magazine of this caliber compared to say, like, let's say a 30 rounder for the AS VAL. It goes for Prapor level 3. You can trade 3 yellow pliers if you want, or if you just want to outright buy them, you can go to Prapor level 4 and buy 1 for 30,189,000 rubles. That is almost 5 times the cost of one 20 round magazine. So if you are really ruble conscious, this is just a no-brainer to go with a 20 rounder rather than a 30 rounder. But the problem is if you run into groups of 2 to 3 to 4 people, it does get pretty hairy, you know, let alone having 30 rounders. You could probably take down a 2-man with really good shots, but 20 rounders, it's really tough. Thankfully, they did just change the weight system, and as much as everyone wants to think, there's not many people running tier 6 armor as much anymore. Yes, a little, you know, still some tier 5s running around for sure. I'm one of them, but mostly it's tier 4 armor that I'm seeing a ton of. And that brings me to my next section I want to talk about, and that is the ammo I chose and why I chose it. If you guys don't know, this whole video honestly was inspired by a Veritas video. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. It's all on ammo, but he talks about how SP5 is just slightly worse than SP6, but not by much. So I did use only SP5 in all those clips, and I used it for the longest time, and now I'm a believer, and I'm only using SP5. And let me explain to you guys why I'm only using SP5. SP5 is from Prapor level 2, and it's 142 rubles a round. Whereas SP6 is Prapor level 3, and it's 615 rubles a round. But you know what? Just take away the difference. You know, it is quite a big difference. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just the availability. If you don't buy SP6 quick enough, it usually sells out, and you're only allowed to buy 200 rounds every trade or reset. Where SP5, you can buy unlimited amount, and it's so cheap, you can just throw it even in your backpack and you don't care about it. It stacks in 50s, and you can have an extra 150 if you want in there. So if you are using 30 rounders or 20 rounders, you know, you don't have to gamma the ammo and be like, oh no, I don't want to lose this ammo. You don't give a shit. It's cheap ammo. And the other thing I really like about it is there are a lot of hatchlings running around right now. I don't know about you, but I do run a lot of shoreline, and on shoreline there is a lot of hatchlings running. And killing a hatchling with SP6 just feels like such a waste of ammo. It's like, there goes 3,000 to 4,000 rubles. Damn it. And you only can buy 200 rounds per trader reset, so you're like, damn it. Where SP5, you're like, I do not care. Like, you know what I mean? Just like, here, I'll throw a whole mag into you and I could not give a shit. And that's what I truly like about it. You can look at the stats here. It does do more flesh damage to SP5 than the SP6. Obviously, the SP6 is better in penetration power. But like Veritas did in his video, which you are going to be able to look at in the link down below, I'm going to put it in the description because I think you should go watch the video. He goes way more in depth in it. He knows a lot more than I do. And I just tested it out. But in the end, SP5 just felt better. I didn't feel so guilty wasting 5 to 10 rounds in that hatchling across the way. You know, it just felt right. I won't lie to you and tell you that there wasn't a couple of times where I did fight someone and I lost, and I was like, you know what? I bet you if I had SP6, I definitely would have won that. But most of the time, it just felt good having SP5. More times than not, I just felt more, not confident, but just me lackadaisical. You know, I just didn't care if there's a hatchling and I had to mow him down. I was like, oh yeah, great, a hatchling. I wasn't like, shit, a hatchling, I have to waste some money. So, you know, with the availability being a thing, with the price difference, and with the overall just me being more confident in not worrying about how much ammo I use, I liked SP5. And I honestly think you will too. But say you're saying right now, hey Geeks, I'm rich though. I've got millions of rubles. Okay, do what you're gonna do. But for the conscious people out there, if you do have a little bit of extra rubles and you wanna know which one you should get, either SP6 or 30 rounders, if you can only pick one, I'd get SP5 and I'd get 30 rounders. 30 rounders are really, really important sometimes. It is nice to have an extra 10 rounds, especially if you are using SP5. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can do a lot of damage still with 20 rounders, but if you do have the extra rubles, hey, spend it on the 30 rounders instead of the SP6. I will show you now how I do mod my AS VALs. It's nothing fancy because let's be honest, the AS VAL is already amazing. Here's the AS VAL just as if you got it from a weapons crate. And the one thing I do want to point out, just as a stock AS VAL, the vertical recoil is 44 and the horizontal recoil is 78. That is ridiculously low. That's what makes this gun so amazing, is it shoots like a laser. But you want some sort of sight on the gun, obviously, so that you have better sights than just say the generic AS VAL right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put some sort of mount on it. So you could use the OKP7 Dove on there. It already has a mount. You could put, say, the B13 and put any mount you want on it, or say the Cobra or the Plaid. Personally, what I like is I like this SVD low side mount. It looks just like it sounds. It's very low to the gun, so you don't see it too much in your field of view. And you can also put any sort of sight you want on there. I prefer the PK06. It's just the sight that I really enjoy. And this is the gun I used in the montage video, just this. I didn't do anything else to it. It was just this gun. Added 2 attachments and I was ready to go. But if you do want to make it, you know, a little more nifty, as the kids would say, you can use a 30 round clip, or you can stay with a 20 round clip. but to mod it, say with better ergonomics is what you're looking for, what you're gonna add here is you're gonna add the TOS mount, and then you're gonna add the shift grip. And why you're gonna add the shift grip is because the shift grip gives you the most ergonomics in any grip. And now our ergonomics is at 60. But I also have been seeing a lot of guns from people that I kill modded the AS VAL a little differently, and I looked into it, and apparently I think Veritas uses this gun that I'm going to show you, and a couple of other big streamers that are known killers. So what they're doing is they're taking off this VAL stock, they're putting in a rotor, and they're adding the the PRS right here, PRS Gen 3, and they're making it so that the ergonomics is 71. If you want to do that, hey, all the power to you. If you have the rubles to do it, why not, right? Personally, I don't think you need to spend all those rubles. I think it's still laser beam. If you want those extra level 11 ergo giver, personally, I think you should just keep it stock. You know, it's still a laser beam, you guys. It's still so good like this. And even if you just take it this, it's still amazing. Yes, you don't have as good as ergo, but I'm telling you guys, this is amazing. The one thing I would change is maybe the 30 rounder. Thank you, nerds, so much for watching the video. If you liked it, maybe think about subscribing, maybe giving it a thumbs up. Also, I do stream on twitch.tv 5 days a week. I hope to see you guys around there. I really do want to know what you thought about SP5. Tell me if you hate it. Tell me if you loved it in the comments below. Come visit me on Twitch. But until next time, I'll talk to you nerds later.